Good morning. Hey, what's up, folks? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the Deerfield live beach cam up right now, and what a gorgeous day it is out there. Wow, Thanksgiving Day, too. Got a lot of people out there playing volleyball, and I guess, hey, that's the best holiday to kind of enjoy the beach, I guess, in Florida at least. All right, let's get into what we're going to talk about here. It's not beach day, volleyball day, whatever. It's precious metals, and market is open. It's Thanksgiving morning here, and New York will be closed today. Okay, so the New York market is closed, and let's start out with New York market first. Gold closed yesterday at Friday at 4,165, and if you take a look, there's a short range there, 4140 to 4171 more or less in New York spot prices yesterday. Silver, wow, 52.91 is where we ended up closing, I believe, or thereabouts. But look at that, 53.30 and 52. Boy, we're moving up. I think silver we're taking into the next level here shortly. And platinum not quite hitting its 1,600 yet, but 1557 to 1585. Remember, during trading during the day, keep an eye on platinum prices. Usually if platinum's in the green, platinum's up. That usually means or tells me that silver is going to be up as well towards some time today. And the opposite is true as well. I also notice that platinum leads the way when it goes down as well. So platinum, my little tell that's worked well for me for quite some time, but that's during intraday trading. That's during the day. I notice that. It doesn't really tell me what it's going to do next morning or next week or anything like that. Let's take a look at the world spot prices, which are open right now. Down a little bit in gold. Thursday, remember, the whole world doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. So 4,156. And what are the overnight ranges here? 41.44, 41.68. Oh, kind of minor for gold, especially gold at $4,000. These moves like this, $26.30, $50 move, $100 moves, significant when gold was $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, maybe even $3,000, but it doesn't seem that meaningful at $4,000 gold, in my opinion. Silver, 53.12. Look at that range, 52.72 to 53.92. 52.72, I'm sorry, to 53.92. Again, current world spot price is down about a quarter, $53. And platinum, look at that, 1686. You remember my tell? Now, I'm not quite sure it works in the overnight markets, but I do know during the daytime New York markets it does. Let's see, 1605. Well, that's a good sign. I think platinum will be up probably later on today or tomorrow. And all right, let's move out of the prices. You guys have been watching them as much as I have. What's going on in the world here? Let's see. See a green, we'll see a red down here. The commodities a little bit on the downside. Futures markets, at least. Bitcoin, what did Bitcoin do? Man, we hit a low of 82,000 in Bitcoin. We're sitting at 90 right now. I think a guy named Tyler Durden, who's an X, not the Tyler Durden, the character, but that's his moniker on X. Thought we were going to see maybe high 80s at the highest or low, mid 80s or something like that. I think that's what he said. And then we kind of reached that point. It was 82 and then 85, and it looks like it's hovering around this 90. Not that I want to talk about Bitcoin too much here, but it's actually going to be a little part of the subject today about a video I want to talk about as well. Bitcoin, money, gold, all that kind of stuff we're going to touch on. In my opinion, folks, this is my opinion. Just buy the dips. Buy the friggin' dips when you see them. I can't imagine, we've already seen 47, gold, silver hit that $54 mark, didn't it? The $54 mark for a high or something like that a month or two ago. Time goes by fast for me. And, we're moving on that point again. I think the low was high 46 or something like that when we hit our low. Doesn't mean we couldn't see lower prices, but I say if you're still not bought in fully, buy the dips when you can. I don't see any big downside to this. I don't see silver going back, below 40, 35 or anything like that. And you notice I said 40 and 35 because I'm not quite comfortable with saying 45 yet. It's not going to go below 45. I don't think we reached that level yet. I think there's still possibilities we could see some dips. I mean, anything could happen. Would it stay there long? No, I don't think so. We're in a long-term bull market since 2016. Gold the same way, and speaking of gold and silver, I wanted to kind of have a little discussion about the price of gold and, when are we going to see gold prices come down. I mean, when are we going to see gold prices kind of like stop and stabilize and not move upward? And silver is kind of a whole different story, but I believe that gold prices are, I don't believe, we know for a fact that the gold prices are being driven by central banks primarily, and central banks all over the world. And there's a reason for that, and it's because of fear of the dollar. We're looking for a commodity or something other than the dollar. Speaking of which, there's a great video by Vince at VBL. I'm going to show you here in a little bit, or point you out towards so you can listen to it. That talks about this. But gold, it's not United States stackers. It's not people in the United States, your neighbor or investors buying gold. I mean, I think Americans are so out of gold. They might own a little bit in a ETF or something that they're unaware of in some fund or something. But for the most part, Americans don't own gold. I think a lot of Chinese own gold. I think a lot of Indians own gold. But I don't believe that they're even the reason we're driving the price of gold up. Now, maybe the Chinese will be, because Chinese banks, the central government of China is encouraging their citizens to buy gold. And I think I've heard Vince say in the past that that's just another kind of proxy way for the central banks of China to own gold if their citizens do. I guess that's kind of ownership of their citizens, and whatever they own, you own. But more or less, to some degree, I think we can say that China owns a lot more gold. Citizens do, and they're more savvy about it. And India has always bought gold, but central banks are really the drivers in the gold price right now. That's who's driving the price of gold up. Big banks and big entities like that. It's not. Excuse me. It's not small investors or anything. It's not American gold coin buyers or anything. It's big banks that are driving up the price of gold. And this is a topic that we've talked about, excuse me, for quite some time. And why are bankers buying gold? Well, there's a big rift going on between Russia and BRICS. I mean, basically Russia, India, even Europe is taking a look at America, and other countries are saying, well, anytime the United States gets mad, they could just jerk the dollar rug out from under us. So it's basically about de-dollarization and putting their assets, these central banks, putting their assets in something that they know other countries will trust other than their currency. Because other people aren't going to stock up on Russian rubles or the rupees or Chinese currency. They're not, but they're going to be more comfortable if these countries you're trading with have gold. Again, the U.S. dollar was once king globally, and central banks across the world, no matter where you were. It seems like gold is starting to take that place. So this is where all the gold's going. And when will the gold prices start to settle down and go down? Well, there's a lot of factors involved with that. If you got a currency devaluation, gold will continue to go up, and that's what we're going to see. We're going to see the gold continue to go up and up and up as long as you have fiat currencies, derivatives, and all this kind of stuff. Gold is just going to continue to rise over time. But the accelerated rise that we've seen, this candlestick we've kind of seen with gold over the last couple of years, actually, or a year less, shooting straight up to this $4,000 mark, is a direct result of central bank buying. And as soon as the central banks stop buying or start to slow down, that's when you're going to see the price of gold kind of steady out. I don't think it's going to drop dramatically, but I believe that gold prices will steady out when central bank buying kind of comes to a slowdown. When central banks are kind of bought in already and they don't need to, well, that's not even a given, because who knows how much gold central banks want to add to their ledgers, right? So, but central banks are really the drivers of this big market that we're seeing in gold. Silver, totally different thing. Silver is, I think, as this gentleman has mentioned, is two things. It's not just money. Gold is money. Silver is also money, but it's also industry. It's probably one of the most important industrial metals out there overall. Take a look around your living room. Take a look around wherever you're listening to me. If you're listening to me in the car, look around your car, everything. Everything that surrounds us, the fact that I'm talking to you right now and you can hear me, silver, 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 silver. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. So silver has a dual role. Silver has a role as a monetary metal, and it does. Anyone doubt that? Look at silver eagles. Look at silver maple leaves. That's money. However, This is an interesting topic that I want to get into here mostly, and not mostly, but I wanted to point this out. I don't know how many of you are on X, but there's a superb video out here by VBL's Ghost, and that's source. I guess if you know how to use X, you can look him up. And the video here is more or less on gold, Bitcoin, and money. And it's probably it's an hour long, but it's probably one of the best interviews I've seen. And
It's basically the credit between people. You look at the definition of money that way, which is really the way central bankers look at money. They just don't talk about it.
Just wanted you to hear this.
They care about the power that money generates. They care about the flow.
Mm-hmm.
So they hate that. The G7 nations will start to adopt it, not to sell their gold. Sell gold, buy Bitcoin. Shut up, Michael. Own gold and buy Bitcoin. The world's trying to decentralize. We're hugging harder. We're centralizing more.
And I hope you can hear that.
Email out there that says now that the London gold pool has failed, we need to discourage people from.
Okay, I'm going to kind of cut it short there because it's an hour-long video, but it starts out really good. And Vince talks about something we've talked about a long time, that central bank buying gold, and and he also talks about Bitcoin. We've talked about Bitcoin in the past, and I've kind of changed my views on Bitcoin overall. I realize that I get caught up in that Bitcoin versus gold war. Whoever created it, I have no clue, but gold peeps have fallen into it. The Bitcoin peeps have fallen into it, like this war between each other, which is better, which is, Bitcoin people trying to say, well, we're the new gold, and gold people saying, well, we are the gold. Listen, folks, let me, in one simple statement, kind of tell you where I'm at with this. I don't know who created that division. I have a feeling that it's central banks and bankers that have created that situation, because they don't want you in Bitcoin. They don't want you in gold. They don't want you in anything that doesn't involve them. And this is why I think this video with Vince is really superb. They don't want anything to do with it, all right? Or they don't want you to have anything to do with it. It takes money outside of their system. This is why they want gold in ETFs. This is why they want gold in contracts. This is why they want you to buy some kind of fund that has gold that they control. All right, it's all about being in their control and them making money off that. All right, and Vince talks about that, and it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin prior to being financialized, as you know, if some of you have been following it, Bitcoin's got financialized more or less. All the big banks have jumped in it. JP's in it now, and again, something Vince talks about that. One of the things Vince talks about with Bitcoin is that, is it money? Does it want to be money, or does it want to be financialized? Well, just like gold, folks, the banks have financialized Bitcoin as well. And once they've got their foot in the door there, it's prone to all types of manipulation and all kinds of things. But I digress here. I'm not even sure if he talks about that. Well, anyways, great video. Highly recommend it. It's on X, VBL's Ghost. And also, if you don't know, you can catch me on X. Great place to talk to me about things, because I can answer you directly, and I'm out here quite frequently. Well, thank the banker. All right, let me get into a couple things here. Certainly, the game is rigged. Don't let that stop you. If you don't bet, you can't win. I've said that for a long time, folks. The bankers kind of, they really do. They control the situation. They, the game is rigged. But again, if you know how the game is rigged, you can make a lot of money. All right, quickly here. I'm going to get into some prices and stuff. For a long time, I've been giving my sales prices, but people have been asking me, what are your buy prices buying on gold and silver? And let me go over a couple things. I'm going to go over a few key items here. Nothing is selling really fast out the door here. We're still selling to our consistent wealthy buyers, but the average Joe doesn't seem to be buying like they once were here. Give me 1 second. The air conditioner just kicked in on it. Sounds loud here. Gold Eagles, for example. My gosh, look at the price of those things. They're currently at, give me 1 sec. Gold Eagles. Wow. We're probably going to be at like a couple percent under spot on most Gold Eagles. And where are we at? Same thing with Maple Leafs, all this stuff right now. Wow. Wow. It looks like the buy prices of most gold products has dropped even more dramatically. I can't imagine we're going to be melting Gold Eagles soon. Great time to buy. Give me 1 second here. Where are we at? It looks like on Gold Eagles, I don't even like this price. Look at this. The spreads are wide too. We're at spot minus $120 on gold eagles. Let me go into our quantity prices here. That's just like if you're selling us less than nine or less. It's still not great. Spot minus $95 on 20 or more gold eagles. Buffaloes, we're at spot plus $10. So we are paying over spot for buffaloes. Wow, KR is the same as eagles right now. Must be a lot of eagles out there that aren't being bought. We're at spot minus $95 on KRs as well. Maples, spot minus 95. Philharmonics, don't ask me why, but spot minus $75 on those. There must be some demand for boosters and other things. Let me just take a look and see if this spreadsheet is correct again. I had some issues last week with my spreadsheet. Where are they? Well, yeah. Some of the foreign products actually have a little bit higher bids on the wholesale than the U.S. products right now. It's kind of very strange. 1 ounce gold bars, we're currently at spot minus $95 in cards. If you have cards, American Platinum Eagles at 20 or more, we're at spot plus $15 on 1 ounce bars. We're at spot minus 35. 1 ounce Platinum Maples, we're buying at spot minus $10 currently. Silver, going to go into some of the silver products here. I'm going to again do our bids for 100 or more ounces. 1 ounce, 1 ounce. Looks like that's even gone down 50 cents on the buy side. 1 ounce generic silvers, we're at spot minus 3. 1 ounce American Silver Eagles, we're at spot minus $1. Wow. 1 ounce maples, spot minus 50 cents. Morgan dollars and coal dollars, I think we're just a little bit behind melt on those things. 90% silver, spot minus $3 currently. That looks like that's gone up a little bit. Oh, no, I read that wrong. Spot minus 550 on 90% silver. I was going to say it didn't go up that much. 90% is still the best buy. I can sell you silver 90% coins, dimes, quarters, and halves, a spot minus $2.25. Think about that, folks. I can sell you silver for $2.25 under spot right now for 90%. What I have on hand. If I have to order more, it's going to cost you slightly more than that. But the bids are $5.50. Kilos were at spot minus $3 on silver, and 100-ounce bars were at spot minus $3 as well. And another thing I want to mention to you most out there, I don't recommend selling, by the way. And I think that, if you live in a different area than me, if you come to our store and me personally, I think my employees say the same thing, but I tell people don't sell right now when they come in to try to sell us gold and silver. Don't sell. First off, the spreads are wide. The discounts are pretty heavy on a lot of silver and even some gold products right now. And the price keeps going up, and the price will continue to go up. Now, people are probably wondering, well, why are Eagles not bringing a good premium? Why are Krugerrands and Eagles the same? And why folks, the price of gold is going up because of central banks, not because of local buyers. Central banks don't buy Krugerrands and gold eagles and maples. They buy big, gold bars. I forget the sizes that they buy, but they buy gold bars in the, 200, 300 ounce range or something? I forget. Kilo gold bars. They don't buy gold coins. That's why the spreads, and that's why the purchase price of these things sucks so bad right now. So don't expect to get any premium right now. And again, another good point that I've made over the years is that we haven't sold gold eagles. We don't sell gold eagles. We don't like to sell gold eagles to people when the prices were real high. I'd rather sell them Krugerrands. And a good case in point is you're getting the same price for Krugerrands as you are eagles right now. And the premium is just crazy. It's still crazy. Hang on. Take it. I mean, if you got to buy gold eagles and you're buying 20 or more from us, they're going to cost you spot plus 105. If you're buying Krugerrands, they're spot plus 75. That's a $30 savings. And again, a strange thing, it doesn't normally happen like this, but the buy price for gold eagles and Krugerrands are exactly the same right now. And these screwed up bids and ask, and these wide spreads on bullion products simply tell me that retail bullion in the United States just sucks, man. It does. It's just not there. Customers aren't coming in and buying gold and silver in mass. I mean, again, we're doing very well with the wealthier customers. That's who we're selling mostly to. But my middle class customers, the people that don't have tons of money, they're not coming in. And that represents a large amount of people out there. And like I said, we're doing very well with the wealthy people out there buying gold and silver, but the middle class, they're just not buying. And again, this is the reason why you're not seeing higher bid prices on these products right now. But oddly, you're seeing higher gold prices because central banks don't buy Krugerrands, eagles, maple leafs. at all. So there you go. It's explained simple. Where am I going to go with this? I think I told you about the gold and silver products. And if you're looking to buy gold, silver, and platinum, you live in South Florida, we're the place to come to. If you don't live in South Florida, try to find yourself a good local place because shipping is a pain in the ass, whether you're buying or selling. You got to ship to the mail, then you got to get insurance, and most of you guys aren't set up for that. So, again, if you're looking to buy or sell, try to find someone local. If you can't find someone local, give me a call. If we can help you out, we certainly will, and try to buy some stuff from you. But again, my recommendation is find someone local. Last week's video, what I pay for gold and silver and platinum coins and bars, you can take a look at that video, but I kind of went more in depth into the different products here, like the sovereigns and things like that. And prices were better last week as well, or when I did this video 10 days ago. Prices were much better. Premiums even are worse, even though gold prices are up. So it's kind of like, you're going to get hit on the discounts on this stuff, folks. But with the price of gold going up, it kind of offsets that quite a bit. So as long as central banks are buying, price of gold keeps going up, well, you'll be fine. I think that's really about it. I'm going to end this one here. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And as I always say, think for yourself and question authority. Even question, people like myself. I mean, we get it wrong sometimes. So think for yourself. That's the most important thing. And again, always question authority and experts. Doesn't mean you can't listen to them, but, question it. All right, that's it, folks. I think I'm going to call it quits. Go enjoy Thanksgiving dinner. And if you're looking to buy gold, silver, platinum in any quantities, please give us a call. We're here at 954-493-8811, 10 to 4, Mondays through Fridays. We've been here since 1995. We'll beat the local guys on gold, silver, and platinum. We also do rare coins, precious, rare coins, jewelry, artwork, other cool things, too, as well. So keep us in mind. That's it. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you this week, hopefully sometime soon. Bye now.